Vinta Nanda is now joining me. It's been about 2 days now, Vinta. Has the storm settled yet? Because there will be a blowback. Are you anticipating that, or are you still caught up just in the madness of what your revelation, what has followed after your revelation, what you said?
So actually, the best, I don't know what to say, but yesterday was tumultuous, as you know. It was just endless, the kind of media that took over. And I haven't had the time to look at my social media. I haven't had the time to look at what's going on there. But I did find out, because I was at a meeting with Sinta this morning, and I had put in a complaint yesterday to them. So I'd gone to meet them to discuss what the next step should be, and I discovered that there'd been a whole outpouring since the morning already, that Sandhya Mridul had come out, and so had Deepika Amin, and so had Narayani Shastri, and apparently in the morning papers there was also this young costume person from Hum Aapke Hain Kaun sets who had also come out about him. So that was very, very confidence giving to me. Because since this morning I'm feeling far more confident, and the fact that I'm not alone and nobody can really point fingers at me and say that I'm talking nonsense and I'm telling lies. Because that's the stand that he took yesterday, saying that it could have been rape, but it probably was somebody else. So yeah, in that sense there's a big difference between yesterday and today.
But is it heartening now that Sandhya Mridul has also spoken out? She has corroborated your account in the sense that at least it confirms the kind of person that Alok Nath is. Is there a validation now that you have?
No, certainly. There's under no certain uncertain terms. I am very, very completely overconfident today than I was yesterday, because yesterday there was Navneet who had spoken about his behavior. This morning even Amita opened up and spoke about his behavior. But we were all one group from the show Tara. But when Sandhya came out, I think that has been the game changer in this sense, because we are now really being believed, because we are not the only ones. And in any case, everyone in the industry knows what I'm saying is the truth. Everyone in the industry knows that he's a harasser. He's a serial offender in terms of being a predator. So there is nothing that I am not confident about, but it definitely gives me a great feeling of confidence that I'm not alone. But at the same time, it is also making me very sad, the fact that if then when he did what he did to me had been heard, I don't think Sandhya, who was like next generation to me, and all the other girls who came in after me would have ever had to face that kind of humiliation that they ended up facing.
And that's the thing, because Sushant saying of Sinta, and full credit to him, he did say that you had been wrong, that Sinta had gone wrong. But he did admit that the entire industry, in his words, knew that Alok Nath is a different person once he's had alcohol. That if the entire industry knew, why didn't they do anything with that information?
I don't have answers to that, because I was only looking for someone to hear me, for someone to believe me, and someone to stand by me. I wasn't a nobody, Padmaja. I was the writer of around 2000 episodes of successful television. I was the producer of many shows, and I was not being heard because I was a woman. Therefore, it is really appalling, the fact that after having reached where I did, even then I did not have ears attentive to me. For 20 years, it's not the first time that I've come out, and I'm so glad that I took this opportunity and capitalized on this moment. And I spoke my mind all over again, although even my mother was telling me, don't, we've lived through this before, we don't want to go through this again. But even then I said, no, this time I will be heard, and sure enough that happened. But it's not that I spoke for the first time. In 2004 and 2005, when my film White Noise was being released, at that time I was the one who went out and gave an interview to the Times of India, no less, which was published in Bombay Times, no less. Not a single Bombayite in the city who speaks English wakes up and starts his or her day without reading it. And I put up this account without taking his name, but I said, this is what has happened with me. Other than that, I wrote in the l'officiel the entire account as to with graphic details of what had happened. But not a single person, and I am not joking, not a single person from my business came up and told me, oh my God, who was that person who did this to you? Did this really happen with you? Why did you speak out now? What happened? Can we be of any help? Nothing. All that happened post that account of mine and post the release of White Noise was that I never got any more work to do from this business. After having successfully delivered so much of work, nobody gave me work after that.
And it's very important you say that, because this is something that has been echoed by Sandhya as well. She says when she resisted Alok Nath, she was dubbed someone with an attitude, a troublemaker, stopped getting work. In that sense, do you think that this entire movement may be used against women, where they'll be seen as trouble and they'll be kept out of the workforce, they'll be pushed out?
No, let it happen. Let them not employ women. Let women set up their own enterprises. Let women come out there and set up businesses and employ women, because that is what is going to happen. I mean, I don't expect that, and in any case, let's not paint all men with the same brush. I know many men who are very happy to work with women, who are very, who like women to be around because they set a certain sort of a, healthy mix in the whole workspace. What about these guys who are in Sinta and standing by us?
Absolutely.
Why are they standing by us? Because they are not like those guys whom we are talking about. So let's not say that all men are like that. At the end of the day, the person who was most disturbed with what I had come out with and spoken, and because sitting in the United States of America in Miami, he heard of what I had done, was my own brother. So each one of us happens to be someone's sister, happens to be someone's daughter, happens to be someone's wife. So if there are men out there who feel that women should not be included in their workforce, then let them also get prepared for their wives and sisters and mothers and daughters not to ever progress in life.
Couldn't have put it better, because this is not about painting every man as a villain or a rapist. It's just about pointing out the ones who are predators, who are abusers, and I'm quite certain no man wants to work with a man like that as well. Vintananda, as always, thank you very much for speaking out and for speaking to me.